This one is probably 2 days old or something, but anyway. Alarming surge in elderly homeless. And they're saying a number of people aged over 65 seeking access to emergency accommodation has grown by over 100% in the past 3 years. The Mail can reveal. This is the Mail. I don't buy newspapers. These were given to me. I just refuse to buy them anymore. But the Mail seem to, have good headlines. So what they're saying here is they're warning us this is going to happen a lot more and more to our people. Our elderly people are going to end up homeless. And this boils down to our open door policy, nothing more, nothing less. I'm not an expert, as you know, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out we don't have a housing crisis in this country. We have an immigration crisis. People flooding into this country, flooding and flooding. It's alarming now. I went downtown on Christmas Eve and the day before Christmas Eve, and I thought I was in another country. To be quite honest with you, I could hardly hear any English being spoken. I was alarmed. It's alarming, and I'm not the only one who feels like this. The few Irish people I did spot, and who had casual conversations with me on queues while we were queuing, people said to me, "Don't you just feel like a foreigner in your own country?" I couldn't believe it. One woman actually, I said, "Yeah, you're dead right." And we talked about open door policy, and we thought how wrong it's wrong. What's the cut-off point here? When first it was the young who can't get places to live, and then it was families, who are becoming homeless and living in overcrowded situations in their period. It's just totally, this is all third world. This might be acceptable in third world countries, but this is not acceptable in Europe. This is not what we're used to. And we will not accept this. And we will take our country back. And we will stop this. We will close our borders. We're going to close our borders. Because we will not accept third world standards for our people anymore. And all the indigenous people of Europe need to stand up and fight. Fight like you've never fought before. And take your countries back. And all these people from these third that are coming here, go home and fight for your countries and make them great, Stand up against your tyrannical governments. Because we're going to stand up against ours. We are. 2020 is about having 2020 vision. That's what the year 2020 means. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. In fact, we're in it now. And this means that the eyes will be open more. And people all over the world are waking up. And how we help people in third world countries from Africa is we help them in their countries. Because bringing them here is like dropping a penny in the ocean. It will never stop. And all we'll have is a third world country. Slave labour economy. That's what they want. Stop buying their rubbish. Stop it. They talk about carbon footprint. The Greens are the biggest hypocrites under the sun. Don't vote for the Green Party. They're hypocrites. They want to import beef from Brazil. Where will that leave our farmers? Our Irish farmers will go bankrupt and penniless. And then the greedy globalists will come in and steal their land from them. Carbon footprint, my ass. Don't buy anything only guaranteed Irish. Shop in Irish stores. Don't buy takeaway food, guys. Another thing. I have never seen as many children being sick now with stomach bugs, vomiting bugs, all kinds of viruses and bugs. And I put that down to too many takeaway foods. Takeaway foods are poisonous for the body. And we don't know what kind of hygiene standards are going on in those kitchens. Now, families have herd immunity. Herd immunity. Indigenous people have herd immunity. So, what your mammy cooks or whoever it is you're living with in your family, whatever you call your family unit is cooking for you, we know our hygiene standards are good. And we also have herd immunity towards each other. We don't have herd immunity when a complete stranger cooks for us in some takeaway. We don't know what's going on in the kitchens. It's alarming. Rats, mice, droppings, and we don't know if they're washing their hands.